Oh man, OV. Amazing artist. Always proud of, watching her stuff, seeing her video. I think she released this last week Friday. So it's really cool to see, the support she's getting on social media, on air, people listening to her music, vibing to her stuff. Very, very proud of her as always. Please find this and support the baby girl. It's one thing to say support your own. It's another thing to go out there, buy the music, go to the events, enjoy the music videos, playing it on air just like we're doing here. And that's what we do here at MX24 TV, especially on MX Live. Please send us messages, be a part of everything we're doing, because nothing we do here can be done without you. I want to give a big shout out to the team, for making all of this possible. Send us messages everywhere, MX24GH, every single platform, the hashtags MX Live, stay interactive, questions, suggestions. We're open to absolutely every single thing. Now, I have a brother in the studio who is super, super multi-talented, and I especially want to find out how he began, right? So we're going to go for a quick commercial break. When we get back, we're getting to everything else. We'll be right back. Wow, DSL with quality. I actually have the guy who produced that song right here next to me. But send us messages again, MX24GH, every single platform. I always say, from X to Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat. Yes, we're everywhere, right? We post videos of all the interviews and the interactions we have, because we know some of you might miss, and we want you to see what you do miss. So please, everywhere. And now the hashtag for the show, MXLIVE. Now, as I was saying, the producer for the song. How you doing, man? How does it feel to know you produced that song and everything else you've been up to? Jody.
Bro.
Welcome, man.
Charlie. Thanks, bro.
This guy. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good. You?
I'm good. How does it feel again?
You're looking fly, though.
Thank you. I mean, I learned from you, so, I look up to this guy. That's my boss, so. Thank you so much for making time.
Yeah, sure, bro.
I want to say something, but I want to get back to what I was saying there. How does it feel hearing your music? Because the interesting thing for someone like you is, I'm sure you go to pubs, to nightclubs, you hear on the radio, oh, this is my song.
Yeah.
But people don't know you made that song.
Yeah.
So when you're in spaces where you hear your music and you see people vibing to your music, even though they don't know you, maybe people might criticize your stuff, and you're listening, how does that feel?
Yeah, it feels amazing. I mean, the first time DSL posted it, I saw some girls doing their own thing with it. I'm like, bro, I can't believe I made this song. So it feels, the feeling is good. It's good. I mean, it feels like you're able to do this for people to enjoy. Sometimes you're doing something, you don't know whether people will like it or not. So, I mean, it feels good. Yeah.
Are you not happy? Are you okay? Or do you feel you should do more with the fact that people should know your music and who is behind the songs that we listen to? The fact that it is you. Do you think about that? Does it bother you?
I would say yes and no. Yes, because, I mean, everybody wants exposure.
Yes.
And we are all looking for people to know that I produced this song. But I'm also patient on the other hand. I believe in the perfect timing for everything. I mean, so if you're going to find out I produced this or I worked on this project next year, I'm good with that. I mean...
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm very patient. I believe in timing. I don't believe in coincidence.
Seasons, right?
Yes, I believe everything happens for a reason. So,
I like that.
Yeah.
Bro, now, your catalog is crazy. Usually in a conversation like this, right, I get to know him, the background, how he grew up, was it music? But you are up to so much as an individual, and as a creative, I don't even know where to start because I don't know where you began. So I'm reading this, right? You're an artist, you're a producer, a songwriter, a TV and film composer, an audio engineer, and you're the assistant manager at Link Studios. Now, Link's obviously one of the biggest record labels, if not the biggest in the country. Now, it goes on. You've done the score for soundtracks for production like Nadebwari's Forever in the Night movie. The songs on there were crazy. I came to the studio and played those songs like, bruh. You released album soundtracks on multiple platforms. You've done commercials and jingles, for example, Angel Drink. It goes on. You've done jingles for Little Ride, a ride-hauling company that's based in Kenya. They have a setup in Ghana. You've done that. Like I said, you've produced DSL's music and various other artists, other movie projects, and the records in the pipeline that are actually coming. bro, I'm reading all of this,
Yeah.
and this is crazy to me. Let me find out from you.
Okay.
Do you get like impressed with your own work at times, like you've done all this, or are you the kind of person like, I'm not done enough, I need to do more? Because this is a lot.
It's crazy. I mean, sometimes when I sit back and look at the nature of my work and who I want to become and what I've been able to do at least now, sometimes it baffles me. But I feel I haven't even tapped into like 0.5% of what I'm capable
After
of
all
doing.
this?
Yeah. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do.
So how did it actually begin for you? Because the thing is, the music you make, the songs you record, are very intertwined in your businesses, right? Like scores in movies, that's music, right?
Yeah.
Production jingles, that's music.
Yeah.
You write your own music.
Yeah.
So how did music actually start for you? Because I want to know where it began and how you diversified
Yeah.
into all of these other things.
Okay. So I've always been a musician. I play the bass guitar. I play small keyboards, small.
Okay.
But I started in church. Yeah, so I started off playing drums in church, in primary school. I remember my friends were laughing at me. They were laughing at me like I was too bandway or something like that. You get it?
Yeah.
So, and then through church play, I've played bass guitar in church for more than 15 years of my life.
15 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've been a church boy for a long time.
That's
playing,
good.
So,
That's good though.
Yeah. I'm still a church boy.
That's good.
Yeah, so for music production, so like I said, I've always been a musician, so music has always been a part of me. But for production, I started not too long ago, about, let's say, 3 years, almost 4.
Okay, so sorry to cut you, right? But
Sure,
there's
no worries.
music and there's music production.
Yeah.
Please explain to us how the music is separated from the production aspect of it itself.
Right. So I can be a bass player, a musician, a session boy, right? And not know how to even use a DAW to program music. So the production is the programming of the music. So like putting together a body of work. You are putting together the strings, the drums, and everything. Unlike just
Arranging
a bass player,
the music.
Arranging the music.
Okay. So I could come and just like lay a couple of bars.
Yeah.
I'm an artist.
Yes.
But you can put the whole production together.
Exactly.
Okay, so how long after, making the music did you actually get into the production aspect?
So the production aspect, like I said, was a few years ago.
Okay.
About 4 years ago, I lost my job.
Okay.
And then that transitioned into that. So I was like, I was home for almost a year or 2 or something like that. And then I just realized that I have a gift and I need to pay homage to the gift. There's a lot of backstory. If I start telling you about my story, we won't leave here. But every stage of my life has a backstory. I have a lot of testimonies in my back.
Difficulties, the ups and the downs.
Yes, the ups and the downs.
Okay.
But I would say the turnaround for me was when I lost my job.
Was that one of the most difficult periods in your life, or
Yes.
not necessarily?
It was necessary because I needed to tap into what God has destined me to do.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was difficult.
But at that moment, losing your job, you didn't feel like that. It's like you lost your job.
Yeah.
Someone that was putting, so to speak, food on your table.
Yeah.
Right? So how do you go from that period of this being the most difficult period in my life to saying, okay, I'm going to take a huge leap of faith?
Yeah.
How did you go into that? Because that's a very big transition,
it's a
right?
very big
Someone say, okay, let me get another job, just try to find my feet.
Yeah.
But he goes from losing everything to chasing his dreams.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
So, funny story. It's a lot. It's a lot in between that time. I've always loved IT. So after I lost my job, I was still looking for IT works and all that, applications and all. But none of them was that satisfactory for me. You understand? So I have shout outs to Prophet Clifford Williams. He's my spiritual father. He actually helped me to actually decide to actually take this music thing serious. You understand? So there was a time in my life I did a lot. I don't want to go into details, but there was a time where I sat down with him and it was like, what do you
were
really want
lost
to do?
basically
I was
for a
lost.
while.
Yeah, although I was a musician, but I was lost. So he had conversation with me and it was like, what do you really want to do? Because I've doubled in a lot of stuff. I don't want to go into details.
I get that.
So that was a turning point. And then I remember saying that I really want to take this music thing serious.
Okay.
Yeah, so the laptop I even use up to now. He bought it for me. He bought it for me to do IT.
Wow.
And in my first
That's a friend, man.
Yes. Yeah. So that was the turning point. That was when I actually decided to go into production full time. I didn't care. There was no plan B for me. I had to just go into it and then start learning.
You know, they say when you hit rock bottom, you know, the only place you can go is up.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think sometimes I understand why when we're down to zero, we get so confused because like what else is there to do? But if you do what you did, that's why I really wanted to stress on you lost everything, so to speak, and it was like, let me just try it. But when you have something to hold on to, it becomes actually difficult to chase your dreams. Life is a very big conundrum, man. When you look back on that time, sitting here now, would you have changed anything?
No.
From losing your job?
No. I lost everything. I lost my job. I lost my friends. I lost a lot.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to go into solitude for a long time. For almost 1 to 2 years, nobody knew what I was doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
1 to 2 years.
Yeah. I was a ghost. And I wanted to be like that. So
you needed that time to yourself, right?
I needed that time for myself to get to know what I really want to do in my life. Yeah. And then
So in this period, right, of this 1 to 2 year period, you know, of soul searching, that silence, that solitude, which I think everybody, because I meditate myself, I preach on it like very heavily, right? Solitude is very, very important, especially for us men. We need that time alone. At what point did you say, okay, now I'm going to come out and do this. I'm going to come out and release music, chase my dreams, get out there, let people see me, and live fully again?
So when I started, I mean, like any producer, when you start off, you're looking for artists to work with. And then another shout out to Jamel Buari. He actually gave me my first studio to work in.
That's Nede Buari's brother, right? Yeah.
Brother. So I've been working with them throughout when I started production. I mean, I was like a baby in the production, but he still gave me his studio to work in.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was... I've lost my
train of thought.
Yeah,
you and Jamal in the studio.
In the studio. So that was the turning point. I decided to actually do the production serious. I needed to take it serious.
Okay.
Because for a longer time, I didn't know what to do. You get it? I had no idea what to really come out for myself. You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to commend you, and I commend everybody who is bold enough to share their story, right? Because people see you now, like I said, your accolades are incredible. And it's a very big, the spectrum is very wide when people hear that part of the story. And people also hear how I began, you know, talking about your accolades. So you go through all these things. I love the fact that you said that you wouldn't change a thing, you know. Do you know you're inspiring people? I also love to ask that question a lot.
Yeah.
Do you think about that? You know, there's people who are watching this who are lost, man.
For me, my whole life, what I told myself when growing up was that I want to use my life to inspire people. Like every journey I'm going through, God is putting me through that so that I can be an inspiration to others. So if I was able to do it, you can also do it.
Nice.
Yeah. So every aspect of my life is a testimony for any young producer coming up, any artist, any creative at all, to zone in into what God has given you. I believe in what God has given you, like the universe telling you that this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
You understand how? So yeah.
Yeah, I was giving somebody advice yesterday. Somebody reached out to me, right? And they were also quite lost and were asking me for advice. And something I said was, you know, I can say, get up, quit your job, and go and do this tomorrow, or chase your dreams, or, you know, focus on your job and invest. And that's the very funny thing about advice. It might work for you, it won't work for somebody else. But one thing that I have said that works for every single person and work for me is have a clean heart and a clear mind. It always works. You know, having a clean heart and a clear mind doesn't mean you're not going to offend people. We're all human beings, right? Because even when you're positive, people are going to respond with negativity. But for some reason, that always works. So I'm hearing this story, and I'm hearing somebody who, again, lost everything but stuck to his guns. And bro, it's worked out. The beginning of this story seemed very doom and gloom, but bro, now you're doing big things. What would you say is the highlight of your career so far? Can you even pick? Out of all the things you've done?
I think for now it will be working with Nadia.
Oh, how did that come about, man?
So it came quite easy, but not easy because I was working with Jamel already in the studio, and we had already spoken about the movie coming up and all. But it's not easy because this is Nadia Buari.
Yes,
she has a standard. So for you to meet her standard, you have to be, I don't know, you have to be on.
Were you nervous?
I was, bro. I remember the first day, even before working on the movie, we worked on the Angel Drink advert.
Okay.
And that was my first time seeing it, like my whole life.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and honestly, let me just be honest. And she's still my childhood crush. So everybody they crush on Nadia. So the first time I'm like, bro, but she made me so comfortable. She's a nice person. She's the nicest person you can ever meet. So I felt comfortable working with her, even from that commercial, and then we transitioned into the movie.
Okay, so with everything that you've worked on, right? With the fact that you've also worked on links, you might admit this or not, but now you also have standards, right?
Yes.
Because you want to make good music. I've worked with you, right? And this guy will make you record multiple times, which is a good thing, because the way you hear it is the way different way producers going to hear it. Into the business aspect of where we are as a nation, creativity and production, are you impressed? Because we always hear these things. Oh, look at how this person's song was mastered in South Africa or the States. And now the interesting thing about social media is the globalization of the world and creativity has brought us so close together is that now we compare ourselves to America. We don't care if we have the equipment or not. We say, look at the video Travis Scott is shooting. Look at the video Ashake is shooting. Why can't we shoot it? So it comes back to my question. Are you impressed by the production levels we have and the standards we're putting out in Ghana right now, holistically?
Holistically.
Are you impressed?
I am, honestly, because the industry is changing. It's actually changing. Looking at people like me coming up, the style of production I do, so I can see that now producers are learning, engineers are learning. We are getting the right equipment. You understand? I work with Two Kings. Two Kings is my boss. The equipment he has, you understand? So now we know. Like, we didn't know the gadgets they were using and blah, 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 but now we know. So I think what we need to be happy about is the learning spirit, the ability to want to learn, to be better, to better our music. And I feel that producers and engineers are really getting there. We are trying our best to really get to that standard. Already, we are already getting
there. What do you think about budgets for productions?
Charlie.
Because, bro, who was I talking to? Oh, Kelvin Boy's producer. Oh, man, his name has escaped me. And he was talking about, the fact that we need to invest, finances. Are we investing enough?
From artists or you
Master Mason.
Master Mason.
Thank you,
Master
Rabna.
Mason is my brother,
Master Mason.
Yeah. Mason is he's an amazing producer. You mean investing from artists or...
From an artist perspective, from, you mentioned, who'd you mention just now?
Mason?
No, not Mason. Two Kings.
Two Kings, yeah.
Yes,
Two Kings.
They're investing equipment and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Artists paying producers well. Is that, have we understood that side of the business aspect of production and how important it is?
I think we are getting there. Like I said, artists are now getting to know the importance of producers and what they bring to the table. I mean, long time ago, nobody even cared about the producer, but I'm here.
Yeah.
You are throwing more light on me. So I feel it's a gradual process, although we are not there yet.
Bro,
artists,
that's the thing, though.
We are not there yet, but Charlie, if artists were also... The same way producers are learning, you should also learn to invest in the music you are doing. Because
I have an MC friend who's going to be watching this right now, and he was like, he wants to come on this show so bad. And he told me the questions he wants me to ask him.
Right.
And I was telling him, like, why? And I was like, Jason, I see you have producers and DJs, and they're talking about budgets and, their equipment and artists. Bro, people don't respect MCs, man. But the MCs, they keep the... and I was actually really thinking about it, right? And he was telling me these things. And it's not necessarily to bash, event organizers or, other MCs who are seen to be charging exorbitant prices or the MCs who are not being paid well. But the fact is, are we acknowledging them, right? Because an MC is very important, bro. I see, like, the crazy thing these MCs are doing, like, on these events, how they hold the events together. Because think about it, right? And I know it's going to be very happy me saying this. An MC is going to hold a show for 40 to 50 minutes. An artist is going to come and perform their song, maybe 15, 20 minutes. and they are both important. I feel like the MC is as important as the artist, because if the artist, comes to a very dull crowd, he might not be as excited, right? But again, the MC is preparing the crowd for the artist. So the artist is actually, bro, it's like, but I just feel like we don't understand it yet.
I feel you. I mean, the word you mentioned was acknowledgement.
Yes.
If you know that the producer is important, if you are paying the producer, you know why you are paying the producer.
Yes.
But if you don't really acknowledge the person, that's when you feel like, oh, and how did you do it? So I think it's a matter of respecting everybody's job in the chain of production, in the chain of music making.
I like that. Do you prefer for producers to be paid, on hand? Okay, I'm paying for this beat, or do you think we should come to the understanding where, with the split sheet, thingy, right? Where, okay, I take 20% of anything this song makes, because again, I feel this is very important for young producers to understand. What do you think is the best business-wise?
It depends. It depends on the budget for the project.
Okay.
Because if I'm working with an upcoming artist, I'm not there to charge you an amount you can't pay, because I know you can't.
So you understand these things. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Unless the person is working with a label, or he has some money.
And it says, I want to pay you $10,000 outright, then I take, okay. So
and even that, the producer still has points on the master. So that one, splits are always important. There's always going to be splits. You understand? But then that upfront payment is different from, let's say, I'm charging this amount and I'm getting this point on the master. You understand?
Okay.
Or I'm not charging and I'm getting this amount of points. You understand? But publishing, there's still going to be splits on publishing.
Okay. I really like these conversations, man. We learn a lot, young producers. I mean, he's a young legend, even though he's going like, nah, Jason, don't do this. But again, to every young producer watching this, every young creative, every young MC, every young DJ, you're very, very important. Trust me, you're very, very important. I say this all the time to the guys who set up the stages. They put down the stages when everybody's gone and everybody's tired. I always say, I can't do this by myself. So we have to acknowledge those who make these things possible. Now, bro, all this aside, you actually record on your own music too. Was that before the production, or you just realized, I can sing my own songs?
So like I said, I mean, I've always been in church, so I've been singing in church, but I hadn't started writing on my own up until when I lost my job. So when I lost my job, I sold, but I think I was using iPhone 6 or 7. I sold it to buy a guitar.
You know what? We're going to go for a quick commercial break because I'm loving the story, and I feel these things are very important, because there are people in this position right now who are like at a crossroads and don't know what to do, and this might help you. So quick commercial break. We'll get back to the guitar story in a bit. I'm a very happy boy today because Manchester United won yesterday. You watch soccer?
I beg, Charlie.
Oh, so you don't support, like, you don't have a team support?
Oh, Barcelona, but I don't know anything about them.
But then I have a Real Madrid fan here. Oh, I have a Barca fan. I have a Chelsea boys there.
Charlie.
But what team do you support? Chelsea. Can we please get the Chelsea boys out of the studio? Welcome back, guys. MX24GH, hashtags MXLIVE. And yes, we love everybody who loves, any soccer team. That's why we have, our sports show right here on MX24 TV, just like we have everything else from, our morning shows, our early morning shows to jam events, so many stuff. But for this, it's MXLIVE. So, bro, we're talking about your guitar story.
Yeah.
Please carry on with that one.
Yeah, so after I lost my job, I was home. I mean, that was
how many years ago was this?
That was around COVID, so 2020.
Oh, okay. Not too long ago.
Not too long. So you can see, so I mean...
The pandemic, losing your job,
I mean, it changed the whole world and it changed me.
Okay.
I sold my iPhone, I think 7 to buy a guitar.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was writing. I was writing a lot.
Did you have another phone? Like, do you have a means of communication?
I had an Android.
Okay.
So I had an Android, but I mean that time, Charlie, iPhone be the G.
Yeah, I get
So moving from
I
But
understand.
Charlie, I
The sacrifice, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so you sold it to buy a guitar.
to buy a guitar.
Okay.
That was the first.
What was the main reasoning? Just to record music?
I was writing.
Okay.
And I bought it to learn it. So I
Okay.
learned it myself, and then to use it to write songs.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was when I started writing songs. And when I moved into production, I decided to, if I'm not getting any artist to work with, then I'll just work on my own songs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just start writing my own songs. I'll just start doing my own.
How many
stuff.
songs did you write in that period?
In
of
that
being
period, there's a lot, because more than 100 songs
alone?
within that 1 year.
You wrote more
Most
than
of them were
100 songs.
Yeah, gospel songs. Yeah.
Did any of them come to production?
Uh,
What percentage roughly? 30, 40, 50?
Like 5%.
Okay. So you were just writing.
I was just trying to get better at writing,
Okay.
sharpening my melodies,
Okay.
and all that. Yeah.
Okay. So you did this. We've discussed a lot about you losing yourself, finding yourself, which I love so much, that conversation, selling your phone, buying a guitar. Is that guitar still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never had
Yeah.
to sell that guitar, bro.
No.
Like that's a legendary
Yeah.
like monument
Yeah.
in your life.
First
So that's there. Fast forward a lot, bro. Now you're with Lynx.
Yeah.
You're actually the assistant manager of their studio.
Yeah.
And I work with you again, bro. I loved our session so much. We're going to work again some more.
Definitely.
How did that link up come about? Because you've told me about how you met Nadia Buari,
Yeah.
your crush, you work with her. We summarized that as best we could.
Yeah.
Please tell us about how Lynx came into the fold.
Okay. Charlie,
It's all good,
Charlie,
bro.
today,
It's all good.
I have a lot of stuff to share with people, and I always want to share this to let people know that if you really chase your dreams, like the universe is watching.
Nice.
You can call it whatever you want. I call it God. You can call it universe. But when you start to chase your dreams, God, the universe will put things in place for you to meet it. So every point in time, there's somebody there waiting for you. Because I was staying at Adenta.
Okay.
And I moved from Adenta to La Paz. I didn't even know Lynx was in my area.
Oh.
So it's crazy story. Fast forward, a friend of mine invited me to just
So the move wasn't because of Lynx at all?
No.
Okay.
No. I just moved there because there was an empty space. A friend of mine, Eddie, called me that, bro, Charlie, space there here, so...
Oh, shout out to Eddie, man.
Eddie, yeah, Charlie. Can't join me, it's like a 3-bedroom. So
Okay.
I moved there with no knowledge of Lynx Studio or anything. Fast forward, his father was bringing some phones to him, and then I had to go and collect it for him at Lynx.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. So I went there, and then the person I was going to collect the phones from was the HR.
Did Eddie have a link? You see what I did there? To Lynx?
Not really. We had a friend working there, but it had nothing to do with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went there, collected the phone, and then I asked her whether or not they have space for I'm a producer, I'm this, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, so you just saw like an opportunity.
Yes.
We used to use your Android.
Yes, Android. Yeah, I came to Lynx with my
With an Android.
Yeah, that's the Android from,
Okay.
from 2020.
So you're there and you asked for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Did she say yes?
So she told me there were no opportunities yet,
Okay.
but they were running an internship program.
Okay.
That was how I entered Lynx. So I went in there to
Wow.
intern. So you can imagine, like, my
Wow.
age, my experiences, but the mentality I had personally was that I'm starting a new career. So what is the best way to start a new career? It's to intern. I mean, internship is not for older people. It's for a career, like, beginning your process.
Yes,
so
yes.
I went in there, had friends telling me you're too old for this, blah, blah, blah. But I knew why
Charlie,
I
you
went there. And
see.
then this is me working with Lynx now. Yeah, fast forward.
So, after how long did you meet Richie?
Okay. So
I'm sure you met him, said hello, but how was the relationship growth with Richie? I want to know. Because he's a very friendly person, very business, oriented too.
Yes.
So how did that come about?
Richie is an amazing guy. The first time I saw Richie, even aside Lynx, was like about 12 years ago.
Okay.
In SS. So I saw him from afar. I mean, it was an SHS competition. I was an interim prefect, so that was when I saw him. And then seeing him here again, I mean, I was so marveled to see him, speaking to him, and then started working with him. So I was an intern.
Okay.
So I mean, forgive Gab.
Yeah.
But they knew I could do this, blah blah blah. I just waited for my time, and then at the right time, Richie saw that this guy has something, so let's put him on. So I mean that's Richie for you, and that's Links. That's always giving back to the industry, tapping talent from.
I like that.
Yeah.
And now you're the assistant manager of the studio.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
Wow. And it seems like a very short period, you know. So your growth there was very like exponential. Like it was sped up because of I've seen your work rate, your work ethic, and I have to say congratulations on that. How is it now being the assistant manager of such, you know, the studio of such a prominent brand? Because I'm sure it comes with a lot of, you know, expectations weight on your shoulders. Your name being attached to that. How does that work for you?
It's not easy to be attached to Links. There are so much expectations when you mention Links. You understand? And even in life in general. So my first obligation is to myself, even before Links, as a producer. So my mentality is that whatever you call yourself is a demand on you. If you call yourself a producer or an engineer, you can't come into the studio and I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I can't be a Links producer or engineer and I don't know shit. Sorry.
We apologize.
Yeah, I apologize. And I don't know anything.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's the kind of the level of expectation.
So you knew your work before you were given that position.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they knew your work too before. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's very important for anybody who's learning a skill, right? To grow in any field, right? Okay, so now that happens. Amazing stuff. How has it been now for you working in that space? Because again, you have these expectations, self-fulfilling wise. How's that for you, man?
Bro,
is it everything you thought would be?
I never thought. Bro, it's Links, bro. Like, so every engineering producer's dream is to work in an edifice like Links, or like to work with, even to produce something for a labels, artists, or something like that. So it's a big deal for me. It's a big deal for me. So some of us, myself, I'm not here to slack. I'm not here. We are here to dominate. Links is dominating. Links.
You
is
guys
leading
are,
the way.
bro.
So yeah. So that's it. I mean, that's it. That's it for me.
And one thing, I remember when we came to record, right? You guys had, you know, something we were working on.
Yeah.
It's your intention. I remember you telling me to focus and help young artists. MX24, we've worked with Links. We've been at a couple of your events, you know, focusing on young creatives. You guys have a plan right now. Do you care to share just a little bit
I think
of the plan for, you know, young creatives and people who want to work with you, you know, artists? Please tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So Link Studio, we are running a program beginning from next month.
Oh.
Yeah, just next month.
Okay.
We want to give back to the industry. So it's tailored for artists, producers, creatives, media houses.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do, anything that demands audio recording.
Okay.
Yeah, so and then we have, so aside the recording process, you know, our equipments are the best.
So, bro, like,
you know that,
no lie.
Yeah,
no lie. I can't lie to my viewers. No lie.
Yeah. So apart from the fact that you're going to get quality recording and quality output, we have another most important perk, which is why we are even doing this, because we are going to give artists and anybody who works with us the chance to meet industry people.
Wow.
You understand? So we are going to have seminars where they are being coached. You show your work to some industry personnel to give you guidelines. So we have a lot coming up.
Nice one.
And then the discount is like we've slashed the price.
So any artist can come there, see you, talk to you,
any artist,
have that discussion and record. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the full details will be on our handle very soon on social media at Links Studio Official. We are going to explain more how it's going to, everything is going. So they should just stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram, on all our social media platforms.
I mean, MX24 and Links are fans. I'm sure we're going to be there, you know, whenever they're up to something. Bro, you're doing incredible, bro. And I'm just happy, you know, with your growth, and you're very, very positive. Please stay true to who you are, stay true to yourself. And I can't let you leave without talking about your music.
Yeah, bro.
What's the last song, or what is the last song you released?
The last song, myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your personal music.
My personal project was about 7-track EP on Nadia Boris.
Oh, that was for,
all the songs,
Okay. Yeah. So that was for her project, but you recorded the songs, you worked on the production.
I did everything.
What's your favorite song on there?
Heart on Fire.
Hey,
People are fighting me for. There's another one called City Lights. That's more stolen for.
Hey, why Heart on Fire? What's going on, my brother?
Charlie,
What's going on?
if you see someone with Charlie, your heart
Is it a true story?
Not really,
Yeah.
Charlie, not really.
They're never gonna tell me the true story though.
But I like to imagine situations and write about
Okay.
it. Yeah, so most of my songs, people would think, oh, Charlie, they go, or somebody cut your heart or something, but no, nah.
Okay, so your favorite song on there is Heart on Fire.
Yeah.
When are you releasing more music though?
This year I have some projects coming up. I'm working on a project with OG Picasso. Yeah, he's a US-based artist. He's incredible.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, you know my style of music, so.
So we should expect more music.
Oh yeah,
from
more
you.
music.
Okay.
Yeah. More music.
This production, is it on platforms? Can
Yeah,
people buy it?
yeah.
Do you own the music? Does Nadia own it, or is it like a business?
So I own most of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I own most of it, but it's a joint venture.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bro, what do you want to tell, your fans? I mean, people who watch you today, because people are going to look you up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
People are going to get to know your face. I'm sure. I can't wait to see you on more platforms. What do you want to tell everybody out there?
What I really want to tell people is that, bro, like from my heart, that, bro, chase your dreams. Dreams do come true, and experience life by yourself.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, so go through your own story. Don't go through life with somebody's story. You understand? So because I'm here because of decisions I made, not somebody made for me.
Nice.
So you need to identify yourself, you need to know what you want, and then just go for it. You're going to fail,
Yeah.
but you fail to learn.
Yeah.
You understand? I've failed a lot of times, but then I mean that's how you learn, that's how you become successful.
Bro, God bless you, man.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of this guy. Bro, we're working soon, right?
Yeah.
That voice in the background, the first time I played, I was like, bro, is that you?
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I was like,
bro.
wow. Do you do vocal training or stuff? Or is that's just your voice?
I hardly do it, but I mean
This guy's gonna perform at his own wedding, man.
Oh, Charlie.
This is just gonna do it. He's gonna take a mic. He's gonna perform at his own wedding.
Charlie, you've said it too, so it's logged in.
It's logged in.
It's logged in.
So that's what we're doing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's logged in.
I mean, I'm going to be there. So I'm just going to get to see him perform and be at his wedding. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
Like you said, the music is on all platforms. They can find, they can buy it.
That's right.
Please find him. Please support him. That's Jody. You might know him as Alvin. Look him up. Google him. Go on social media. What's your social media, please?
Jody Producer.
Okay.
On Instagram, TikTok, and then I think X is Jody_Alvin.
Producing or writing or singing? How would you arrange it, like your loves? First, second, third. I'm sorry, I have to do this. I'm sorry.
Producing.
Producing first?
Yeah.
Is singing second?
Nope.
Or third?
I think.
Because you make
singing.
beats too, right?
Yeah. So that's why producing it first.
Okay, producing is first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Producing it first. Yeah.
But he's
Singing will be-
still
yeah.
going to perform at his wedding for
bro,
his
sorry.
wife. I'm sorry, I have to do that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love these conversations so much because I learned a lot myself, and I know you guys learn a lot. And the most important thing is to inspire, encourage and acknowledge, young creatives doing amazing things. Now you hear these songs, you see these productions. Most of the time, we don't know the people behind it, but today is one such example. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I want to give also a very big shout out to Ovi. Ovi, your new music is out there. Please go out there and support it. Do you have any shouts, my brother, before you leave? Any at all?
I have to say thank you to my mom.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I should have mentioned it. I'm a mommy's guy, so pardon
Just
me.
like me, man.
Yeah. So my mom, Patience, I don't want mention. I love you, Nyamin Shao. I'm a single parent child, bro. I never knew my dad.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
my mom,
Only
this
child,
woman, this woman. I mean, she's up to now, as old as she is, bro. She calls me and be like, Jody. Yeah. So my mom, she's my number one fan. I mean, since day one.
Nice.
I love my mom. There's a lot of people like in my life that if I start mentioning names,
Yeah, you forget some, you'll be in trouble.
I'll forget some. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I appreciate you, man.
Thank
I
you, bro.
appreciate you so much. I do have to let him go, but stick and stay because MX24 TV has so much more coming up. We're signing off with his music, and have a wonderful afternoon. Put God first and take care of yourself. Salute.